Did you know that diabetes affects an estimated 41 million people alone in the United States? Out of the 41 million, only 17.9 million people have been diagnosed, but there are still 23.1 million people who have no idea that they have this life-threatening disease. About 5 years ago, I had started complaining to my mom that I was getting this tingling feeling in my hands and feet and that it wouldn't stop. At first we didn't think it was nothing serious until I started complaining that I was always thirsty and she noticed that I was losing weight suddenly. That's when she knew that something was wrong. So she made me a doctor's appointment, and when we went to go see the doctor, we found out that I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Most of the time after people hear that they have diabetes, they think that their life is over with and they can't do anything to get rid of it. It all depends on which type of diabetes you have. There are 4 main types of diabetes. There's pre-diabetes, type 1, and type 2, and gestational diabetes. My name is Ashley Pittman, and today I'm going to inform you on all 4 of them and how you can prevent yourself from getting this harmful disease. Diabetes is a disease of metabolism, the way the body uses digested food for growth and energy. Most of the food you eat is broken down into glucose, the form of sugar in the blood. Glucose is the main source of fuel for the body. In order for glucose to get into the cell, insulin must be present. Insulin is a hormone produced by the pancreas. Before people develop type 2 diabetes, they almost always have a condition called prediabetes, also known as impaired glucose tolerance. According to the American Diabetes Association, 21 million people have prediabetes. Prediabetes is when people have blood glucose levels that are high but not high enough to be diagnosed with diabetes. So let's say that you find out that you have been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Most likely you're thinking that your life is over and there won't be anything for you to do about it. Well, I can tell you that type 2, there is a cure for it. According to WebMD, type 2 diabetes, often called non-insulin dependent diabetes, is the most common form of diabetes, affecting 75% of the 41 million people who have diabetes. Unlike people with type 1, people with type 2 produce insulin. However, either their pancreas does not produce enough insulin or the body cannot use the insulin adequately. There are many things you can do to prevent or get rid of prediabetes and type 2 diabetes. First and most important, you need to eat a heart-healthy diet and lose weight. Most people who have prediabetes are sometimes overweight, so eating healthy food and cutting out the fatty and sugary food can make a huge difference. And secondly, try to exercise for at least 30 minutes a day. It can really help. Type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune disease. Autoimmune disease results when the body's system for fighting infection, the immune system, turns against a part of the body. In diabetes, the immune system attacks and destroys the insulin-produced beta cells in the pancreas. The pancreas then produces little or no insulin at all. A person who has type 1 diabetes must take insulin daily to live. Right now, scientists don't know exactly what causes the body immune system to attack the beta cells, but they do believe that autoimmune, genetic, and environmental factors, possibly viruses, are involved. According to the National Institute of Health, type 1 diabetes accounts only 5 to 10% of diagnosed diabetics in the United States. Most people who have type 1 are children and young adults, but anybody at any age can get type 1. Pregnant women who have never had diabetes but have had high blood glucose levels during pregnancy are said to be known to have gestational diabetes. It affects about 4% of all pregnant women, about 135 cases of gestational diabetes in the United States. We don't know what causes the diabetes, but we do know we have some clues. And there you go. Now you know a little bit more about diabetes and how you can prevent it. Thank you.